Okay, folks, we're back again for another daily podcast. Peter and I have been having all sorts of conversations in the background between these videos. It's got us going, and I'd probably stir him up again today, I expect, but we'll see. 2 or 3 days ago, I mentioned something along the lines of caring for the environment is an issue of injustice, and that somehow we need to grapple with that. And I want to float these comments to Peter, really, to start with. And the sort of comments and questions I want to ask is, if no human suffers through environmental mismanagement, no human suffered, would we still care about the planet? Would we still care about disappearing wildlife? Would we still care about polluted skies? Would we still care about poisoned seas? That's my first question. Maybe I should just see if Pete... Well, butt in and I'll keep asking questions.
Yeah, to that point, we might not care if it didn't affect us, but we should care, because the world is more than humanity, it's all the life.
Okay, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me keep going on that theme. Is the Christian gospel about rescuing people from a dying world and telling them the good news of heaven? There's another one. Is it about rescuing people and looking towards heaven? Or does God care about how we live on earth now? Do other species and the earth itself matter to God? Or are they simply here for humans to enjoy? I think we need to start with some of these points.
I think God created the whole universe, and I'm not so sure that humanity... I don't think we should think the earth was created for us. I think we're part of creation. So I think we shouldn't be so self-centered. We should.
So that point about it was created in a way for Jesus, and we're part of a whole creation thing that.
Yeah, and the world is more than this life.
Okay.
If you believe in heaven and angels and things, then we're just a part of God's plan, which spans more than just us.
Okay.
Did I answer any of those?
No, I just want you to make what you think are good comments, and I think they're good comments. I want to add to it, folks. I think the Bible needs to tell its own story here, and we've started to unpack some of the verses about that. But I think there are a variety of views on how the environment relates to the Christian faith.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to come from one of them, but I kind of want to flag 4 possibilities up to you,
okay,
which I acknowledge Dave Bookless has listed in his book, so I want to say that. I mean, I hope I'm not breaking copyright by flagging up ideas, but he basically said that some people will think that the relationship between the environment and faith is a bit insidious, in that Christians should keep well clear of ecology and environmental issues because they're all a bit dodgy. That's the first one. And then some people just say, well, it's all irrelevant, it's not important. The gospel is about saving souls, in inverted commas. So there is a good answer to that, really, but the quick answer is in the Lord's Prayer, in the biblical framework. He says, your kingdom come on heaven as in earth, on earth, or on earth as in heaven, rather. And so it's basically both, and it's not one or the other. Some would say it's an incidental thing. The environment's not very important. I'm pleased that it's not me who has to do anything about it, but I'm glad somebody is.
That's not a good way of thinking.
Well, go on. But surely there are really keen environmental activists, and then there's the rest of us, Peter.
If everyone shifts the blame to someone else, nothing will get done. So the best way for 8 billion people to do something good is for every individual to do something good.
Well, will that mean then that we have to come back to our original theme, that we have to turn away in some respects from some aspects of our lifestyle and move towards another one?
Yeah.
Good. They are, folks. We're getting there.
But one thing about this whole life on earth thing, I don't think we should live life on earth thinking that there's a heaven, that it'll be okay because there's somewhere better. I think heaven doesn't provide us with an excuse to just ruin the earth.
I'm really pleased you said that, because kind of there's an Easter Sunday theme coming out there that we'll come back to, because we're going to do, folks, an extra one on Easter Sunday that we'll let you in on later. But we just thought, I know this is a Lenten course, but we can't very well leave out Easter Sunday if we're going to do one on Good Friday. So you're going to get the whole gamut, folks. We'll come back to that. And then the fourth kind of argument is an integral one, that the environment and all issues around it are fundamental to God, and that's part of his purpose for us. So we can either be, it's all a bit dodgy, it can either be, it's not important, we can either be people who, well, say, yeah, it's important to some, that some deal with it, but not us, or we can say it's absolutely fundamental. Any comment on those four things?
I hope you don't think I'm silly for saying this, but I do think it's the fourth one. I think it's absolutely fundamental.
Yeah, which, of course, you probably think I think as well, don't you?
Yeah, but I do have some odd opinions about things, as we discussed earlier, but I do agree with you there.
Okay, we'll carry on with that next time.
Thank you.